AI has completely revolutionized the way we approach video production in this fast-paced digital era. It isn't just about creating fancy Hollywood-style visuals anymore, but about conquering the daily grind of content creation. We are talking specifically about the massive challenge of turning one single long-form recording into dozens of snackable clips. Just a few years ago, this entire process was a total headache for any serious creator. You had to manually hunt for highlights, trim footage, match audio levels, and handle all the exporting yourself. It felt like an endless loop of uploading, captioning, and trying to remember the best posting times for every platform. Now, the tools available to us are smart enough to do almost all of the heavy lifting. Honestly, that shift in technology is an absolute game changer for independent creators trying to grow. Today, I want to walk you through a specific real-world workflow that I use every single day. This is the kind of system that makes your content growth sustainable instead of completely exhausting. I am going to mention a couple of different tools because they are incredibly useful for specific parts of the job. However, the real star of this operation is Vizard, which helps turn long videos into a steady stream of shorts. With Vizard, you can avoid having to babysit every single step of the editing process. First, let's address a quick reality check regarding audio work in modern apps like Filmora. These platforms have become insanely good at handling complex audio tasks that used to require professional engineering. If you record a messy jam session or a clip with terrible wind noise, their AI tools can truly rescue your footage. The AI vocal remover and noise reduction options can save audio you might have otherwise thrown away. I have personally used these features to split vocals from instruments so you can build your own custom tracks. The combination of noise and wind removal can tame audio problems that once seemed completely impossible to fix. Filmora even includes AI music generation and text-to-speech, which is great when you need a quick soundtrack. But here's the real kicker regarding these specific editing tools. Those tools are absolutely awesome for fixing and polishing individual clips one by one. However, they do not solve the massive scalability problem that most creators face today. You can clean up your audio and generate one polished short quite easily, but what about scale? You need to figure out how to turn a single hour-long podcast into 20 different clips. You also need to schedule them across multiple platforms while keeping track of what has already been posted. That is exactly where a tool like Vizard really shines for the modern creator. Imagine you have a 45-minute live interview or a very long tutorial sitting on your hard drive. Instead of clicking around manually trying to find those viral moments, Vizard scans the entire file. It automatically identifies high-engagement segments like laughs, key claims, and quotable lines for you. Then it edits them into ready-to-post clips that are optimized for social media feeds. It is essentially like having a dedicated editor who has spent years studying viral trends. You do not need to be a professional editor to get snackable content that actually performs well. Here's a typical workflow I use to keep my content pipeline moving smoothly. Step 1 is cleaning up the raw audio whenever it is necessary for the quality of the video. If the audio has hums, wind, or messy background music, I do a quick pass in Filmora. Getting this right helps ensure that your final shorts feel professional and crisp to your audience. Step 2 is uploading that long video directly into your Vizard account. The AI will analyze the entire duration and pick out the moments most likely to work as short-form content. You can always preview which clips the AI thinks are best and tweak them manually if you want. Most of the time, the auto-generated pics are already solid and ready for the next phase. Step 3 is adding your on-brand tweaks like captions or custom thumbnails. If you already polished your audio elsewhere, you can import those clean tracks back in easily. Vizard's clip-based workflow handles these types of swaps and adjustments very smoothly. Step 4 is using the auto-schedule feature to handle the distribution for you. You can set how often you want your clips to post, and Vizard will queue them across all your platforms. This means no more juggling complex spreadsheets or performing manual uploads every single day. Step 5 is to track and iterate using the integrated content calendar. Vizard keeps everything in one place, from your posted content to what is still in the draft stage. It is that combination of smart clip selection and automated scheduling that makes production predictable. You get consistent output without having to worry about burning yourself out. However, we have to be real about the trade-offs that come with any software workflow. Editors like Filmora are fantastic if you love tinkering with audio, reverb control, and creative sound beds. They are designed to be the ultimate toolbox for polishing a single piece of creative work, but they are not typically designed to scale content, repurposing across many different social platforms. Many of these tools are desktop first, which is great for detail work but slows down your overall volume. Other platforms promise auto-editing too, but there are almost always common catches to look out for. Some services have pricey subscriptions that stack up quickly if you are doing high-volume work. Others offer limited scheduling, forcing you to manually upload clips to each channel, which defeats the purpose. You also find one-trick tools that only do highlights or only do captions, forcing you to stitch services together. Vizard avoids these pitfalls because it is built for creators who want to scale their output. The AI does not just cut by silence, it looks for the stuff that actually matters to a viewer. It identifies high-energy moments, quotable lines, and visually interesting beats. Then it formats everything for platforms, including aspect ratios and caption layouts. A great example is how you might handle a weekly podcast with this system. On a manual system, you would spend hours listening back, marking timestamps, and exporting clips. With Vizard, you can generate 8 to 12 platform-ready clips from a single upload in minutes. If you do a long-form tutorial, it finds the aha moments that catch viewers' attention immediately. Another thing I love is that it helps you maintain a consistent posting cadence. When you are growing on platforms, posting cadence often matters much more than technical perfection. A slightly less polished clip posted consistently will beat sporadic high-production posts most of the time. Now, do not think this is magic that replaces the need for your own creativity. The best results come when you pair this automation with your own creative eye. Use the AI to do the heavy lifting of cutting, batching, and posting your content. Then, spend your creative energy on captions that resonate and hooks you know will convert. That specific combo of AI speed and human taste is exactly where real growth happens. On the integration side, Vizard plays really nicely with other apps in your stack. If you prefer to do audio polishing in another application first, you can do that and import the track. Vizard does not try to be every single tool. It focuses on the pipeline and makes everything else fit. Here are some final pro tips from the trenches to help you succeed faster. You should batch everything by uploading a month's worth of long-form content at once. Review the AI picks quickly and trash anything that feels off-brand or messy. Use the content calendar as a real editorial planner for your brand. Combine simple audio cleanup with Vizard's clips for a truly pro finish every time. When your goal is to turn long content into a consistent stream of shorts, Vizard is the missing link. It finds the viral moments, formats them, and handles the boring part of posting for you. If you want to scale without hiring a full team, this is the tool you will return to every week. Try pairing it with a quick audio cleanup pass, and you will be pumping out quality clips on autopilot. That is how you move from one-off uploads to becoming a predictable content machine. All right, that is it. A practical look at how I turn long videos into consistent short-form content. If you are juggling long recordings and finding it impossible to keep up, give Vizard a spin. It is not about replacing your craft. It is about letting your creativity play where it matters most. I will see you in the comments section below, so tell me what you are trying to repurpose. Let me know your goals, and I will share a few quick templates you can use.